All right. So let's talk about the Cobra effect in SEO and how is it affecting your SEO strategy. By the way, my name is Shaurya. I run a link building agency called the Herculean SEO.com, and I've worked with people at Ahrefs and SEMrush, and yeah. So let's dive into it. So, what is the Cobra effect? Firstly, we need to get clear about that. So, in 18 from 1858 to 1947, the Britishers ruled India, and they faced a problem that there were too many snakes out on the streets. So they thought that let's uh, give a reward for every dead snake that was brought in. So initially they thought that this was a good idea, uh, but what happened is that people started breeding snakes so that they can later kill those snakes and claim the reward. So as a result of the policy that was intended to reduce the number of snakes, it ended up increasing the number of snakes in the city. The Cobra effect shows up everywhere. Basically, where a policy is implemented to reach a particular goal, but the opposite ends up happening. So at Wells Fargo, they set aggressive sales target and they rewarded employees for opening new customer accounts. So this is what they rewarded: new customer accounts. But the unintended consequence was that employees started creating fake accounts without customer consent. Uh, and the outcome was the bank faced massive fines and reputational damage, resulting in a loss of customers. Another example is Uber. So they use surge pricing when the demand is high. So, and you probably have experienced it. Then you probably go to another app to check if you could find a cheaper ride. Uh, Anyway, so the unintended consequence was that drivers began coordinating with each other to artificially create scarcity. So they knew that if there was less supply as compared to demand, they would get a better price. So they started logging out at the same time, so that the price got increased for the other drivers that they had joined hands with, and as a result, they could increase their earnings. So the outcome was the manipulation reduced customer trust and caused operational problems. Another example is Microsoft. So they incentivized software developers to install Internet Explorer. This is back in the 2000s when we had to call in an IT guy to do all this stuff to set up our computers. But so the developers, what they did was they exploited this reward system by creating automated programs to install and uninstall the browser repeatedly, inflating installation numbers. And outcome was Microsoft wastes resources on fraudulent installs, and there was no genuine adoption as was shown in their KPIs. It was mostly fake numbers. So, how does this show up in the SEO world? So, first one is via domain rating manipulation. So, we all know SEOs pay a higher amount to webmasters if their website has a higher DR. So, webmasters realized this, and what they did was they, instead of creating a genuinely good website, getting backlinks to their website, so they naturally increase their DR. Instead, what they do is they artificially increase their DR, because that's what a lot of SEOs look at, just the DR and probably traffic. As a result, SEOs are getting links from sites that have a high DR, but those sites are not authoritative at all. So this is the DR growth of a website with unmanipulated DR. So as you can see, it goes up slowly over the years. Now here's the DR of a site where the DR is manipulated. You see these hockey stick growths. These are the times when the webmaster increase the dr unnaturally and artificially. So no one looks at the dr growth, they just look at this number, and most of the people just rely on this. But in actually the dr of this website is not 55, it is probably like 45, as you because from here they started manipulating. So people are just paying, and this one is a example where the dr hasn't increased that much. I know sites where the dr is 20 but they show it as 70, 70 in hrefs. So you can imagine how much more the SEOs must be paying these webmasters for a DR20 website. And reaching DR20 is not difficult at all. With just 10 links, anyone can reach DR20. So they are just getting the backlink juice of 10 links, while they are thinking that they are getting the backlink juice of hundreds of links. Because 100 to reach DR70, you need probably hundreds, uh, actually even more referring domains pointing to your website. Uh, the second way Cobra Effect shows up is that people pose as a company that provides a product or a service. So over the years, Google has been going after sites that are monetized through ads and affiliate primarily, and rewarding sites that provide some sort of product or service. So they are basically looking at affiliate and ads website as not legit businesses, but and rather rewarding websites that sell products or services as legit websites. So as a result, some SEOs are preferring to get links from such websites and are ready to pay more for websites where some sort of service or product is being sold, because people think that they are more legit websites and real companies. So, to take advantage of this, many webmasters have started presenting themselves as a real business that sells some sort of good or service. And all it takes is changing the homepage to talk about some service or product. So, here's an example of such a website, Startup Booted. Uh, they are talking about that they create slide decks for startups that the startups can use while pitching investors. The site has no work portfolio, it has a GMB listing. uh, it has no GMB listing actually, that usually all real businesses have. When you contact them about a project, they don't reply. There's no option to book a call with anyone. Agencies usually offer the option to get a free consultation, but this site doesn't have such an option. There's no LinkedIn profile for the company. They reply to emails about link selling, and they don't even try to rank for any of their service pages. And how do I know all this? Because this is my website. I've tried this thing myself, and I know for a fact that this thing works. I got inspired from other websites that were doing this. And yes, so I didn't want to out those websites, but since I own one such website, I thought I could share my own example. And we have seen more people reach out to this website for buying links, and they are ready to pay a higher price. The third way the Cobra effect shows up in the SEO field is when webmasters fake their traffic numbers. So SEOs have somehow agreed on an arbitrary number of 1,000 monthly traffic as an indicator of a good enough website. Sites with at least that many visitors, according to SEMrush or Ahrefs, get to do more business with link bias. As a result, webmasters have started using bots to search for made up keywords and then ranking for those keywords. SEO tools like SEMrush and Ahrefs report this keyword search volume and traffic to SEOs, and SEOs who just look at the traffic numbers. Uh, and not at the exact keywords the site ranks for, they end up getting fooled. So here's an example of a website. If you see, they are ranking for this keyword, woman, PA5CRH, yada yada, and this keyword. These are all made up keywords. And in fact, you will see the top keyword is naturalplug.com. It supposedly has a search volume of 2.3K. Now, if you go to naturalplug.com, it's just a random content farm, link farm. No, there's no way anyone is searching 2.3 times, 2.3 thousand times for their website. This is all simulated via the use of search bots. So those bots search for these keywords. The tools pick up those searches and end up reflecting those in their uh, tools. So basically this site might not even be getting 100 traffic, 100 visitors on its own if it was not using these search bots. So basically this website is not powerful at all, but it looks like it because they are simulating the traffic. Another reason to stay away from these websites is there's a Google patent uh, called systems and methods for detecting click spam. This image is from their uh, patent itself. Let me open this up for you guys. So here's the patent. uh, so Google can see that uh, there are fake clicks from bots being used. So Google doesn't like these websites. It has probably demoted these websites in their search. But since the SEO tools can't figure this out, uh, they show the traffic numbers in their tools, and a lot of SEOs end up buying links on these low quality websites. So here's another reason not to get links from these websites, because Google doesn't like these websites, as they can see the click spam being happening. The fourth way this happens is that sites, they post about niches that usually have more link buyers. So webmasters have realized that there are some niches that are more profitable than others. As a result, SEOs in that space are ready to pay for a link than SEOs in less profitable niches. So, like uh, someone who has to buy a link in the finance niche, they will probably pay more as opposed to someone in the dog training niche, because the rewards in the finance niche are obviously higher. So, some webmasters have realized this and now post about topics from high paying niches, even if their site originally it was about something else altogether. As a result, SEOs end up getting links from sites that have no topical authority in one niche. So how it works is, so let's say I have a website in the yoga and meditation space. I might start posting about uh, a shoulder niche that is more high paying, that is, let's say, uh, pain reduction, and that there's a lot of demand for pain reduction. People pay a lot of money to reduce their pain. They'll start posting about those topics. People, when they want links to let's say a clinic that helps with pain reduction, that helps with surgeries, they will type those topics in Google or in Hrefs, and those articles that these websites are posting about, which they have no topical authority on, they will show up. So those SEOs will reach out to these websites and buy links on these websites. But originally, these websites were not about these topics. They are just doing this to uh, earn more money. So here's an example. Baddie Hub. Yeah, she's a baddie. So They are posting about automotive, business, education, fashion, finance, health, lifestyle, real estate. All right, and basically all the major niches that you can imagine. And now you can see why they are doing this, so that they can get inquiries from the most maximum number of link buyers. Here's another example. They are posting about crypto, education, insurance, business. As you can see, these are all hyping niches. The website's name is Influences Gone Wild. So it's probably not about crypto or insurance, but it is still posting about these topics just so that you reach out to them and buy a link from them around these topics. But you won't benefit much from these links because they don't have a real topical authority around these topics. Google doesn't like these such links. So John Mueller has said in the past that it's not so much about the number of links pointing at your site, but rather the relevance and the context they provide. A single relevant link can be much more valuable than hundreds of links from unrelated websites. Another way this is happening is uh, when websites hide their right for us pages. uh, Actually not hide, but like make a right for us page. So if you search online about how to do guest posting, you will get uh, guides where the author suggests you to search in Google about your niche plus write for us, so that you can find sites that accept guest posts. So some webmasters have realized this, and now what they do is they try to rank their write for us pages, because they know if they rank their write for us pages, they'll get more link buying inquiries. So they create a lot of websites and they focus a lot on ranking their right for us pages as opposed to posting good content, because people are using right for us pages to find websites that they can buy links from. So they are optimizing for something that people are rewarding. So as you can see how this ties back to the Cobra effect. So as a result, SEOs end up finding sites and buying links from sites made for the sole purpose of selling links. So blunt therapy, here's their right for us page. Here's another right for us page. So, what you can do to tackle all this, you can learn about the fractionate link building methodology with my free masterclass on herculeanseo.com. You'll get to learn for free uh, how to get links from the top 0.7% of the sites online. The method is backed by 9 Google patents. You get way better links with the same link budget that you had before. You will be part of a handful of SEOs I have shared this with so far, and you will be able to build links in a more data driven way, as opposed to what you are probably doing now. So, yeah, that's it. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below.